Schizophrenia is a very serious mental disorder that not many people talk about.
Schizophrenia.
Mm.
It's a mental disorder that causes hallucinations, delusions, paranoia, and it's very difficult for people who have this disorder to hold jobs or to maintain social relationships.
The mental disorder doesn't just affect the person experiencing it, but the people that interact with or are around someone with it.
He had paranoid schizophrenia, which he had hallucinations and delusions and those kinds of things, which sent him down what we used to call the rabbit holes. He always had a conspiracy theory or some paranoid delusion about someone trying to get us or something like that. And we all fed into it as children. We honestly thought the boogeyman was real because of my dad.
Many people who suffer from schizophrenia usually experience hallucinations, delusions, and extremely disordered thinking that can ruin daily life.
So for me, growing up, it was a constant move. My dad would get afraid that the police were going to arrest him because we didn't pay the electric bill, or my dad would be afraid that my mother was going to come and kidnap us kids from him, or he would be afraid that child services would come and take all us kids away, and we would literally come home one night from school and by that evening be moved to a different state. He would say, pack everything you can in the car, we're leaving everything else, and we would leave. 2 days later, we'd be in a different state, him looking for a job and us looking for a house to live in.
Reasons why someone may or may not have schizophrenia can vary from many different factors.
They say that it's genetics, an environmental cause, or problems with the chemicals in your brain, the neurotransmitters. Some believe it's a lack of or an overproduction of some of these chemicals like dopamine and things like that. But I believe that it's a mixture of all those things. You know, I think anybody is prone to have some sort of mental breakdown if they have trauma in their lives.
Depending on the person and how they got schizophrenia, medication or treatment can also vary.
There are medications out there, there's treatment plans, there's hospitalization if you become acute. So there's a lot of things that can be done. It's not an illness that will go away, but it is a chronic illness that can be managed.
Depending on the seriousness of the person's disorder, some may never get help or get better.
My father seriously believed that the medications that they would have put him on would have made him numb, and he felt like he would probably get locked up in a mental institute and never get out. So he never sought any kind of help. And I think if he had gotten help, maybe things might have been differently. Growing up, he might have been able to hold a job, and he might have been able to support his family a little better and those kinds of things. So no, he did not get help, and unfortunately he died in a car accident in his 40s. So he suffered with schizophrenia from the age of probably 17 until he was 48 when he passed away.